Another core practice in a thinking environment is the use of rounds, a simple structure that quietly transforms the quality of group conversation. In most meetings, a few voices dominate while others hesitate or switch off. The result is uneven contribution and, often, uneven thinking. Rounds reverse that dynamic. Everyone speaks once before anyone speaks twice, each in turn without interruption. This simple structure creates fairness, rhythm, and respect. It gives every voice space and every mind time to think. When used consistently, rounds change the culture of meetings. They replace competition with connection and noise with genuine thought. In the next section, we'll look at how to run a round, when to use them, and why this simple practice can elevate both the quality of thinking and the quality of relationships in any group.
A round is one of the simplest and most transformative formats in the thinking environment. It's a structured conversation where everyone speaks once before anyone speaks twice. The purpose of a round is to establish equality, rhythm, and full participation. Each person has uninterrupted time to express their thoughts on a particular question. The facilitator poses the question, perhaps, "What do we need to think about together today?" And then the group moves systematically around the circle or table. When one person speaks, everyone else listens, quietly and attentively. There's no discussion, no interruption, and no commentary. This simple structure ensures that every mind is engaged and every voice is heard. Because no one can jump in or dominate, people listen more carefully. Each contribution becomes a building block for collective insight. The energy in the room becomes focused, calm, and fair. A round demonstrates equality, not as a theory, but as a lived experience.
Here is how to run a round in practice. Step 1. Set the tone. Remind everyone that this is a space of equality and respect, that each voice will be heard once before anyone speaks again. Step 2. Pose a clear, open question. The best round questions invite thinking, not reporting. For example, what do you think about this proposal? Or, what feels most important right now? Step 3. Choose the direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, and keep it consistent. This gives the process rhythm and predictability. Step 4. As the round begins, only one person speaks at a time, without interruption or comment. Each contribution is complete in itself. Step 5. Everyone else listens, fully, silently, and appreciatively. No nods, no interjections. The attention is the container that holds the group's thinking together. Step 6. When the final person has spoken, let there be a brief pause, a moment of stillness before moving on. This honors what has been said and allows fresh thought to arise. You may choose to run a second round for new ideas or reflections once people have heard everyone else's perspective. The discipline of rounds is simple, but the equality and presence it creates are profound. Rounds are a versatile tool you can use at many moments in group life. At the start of a meeting, a round gives everyone's voice presence from the outset. Try opening with, "What do you want from this meeting?" Or, "What do you appreciate about where we are so far?" It sets tone and focus. Before major discussions, rounds ensure that every perspective is heard before debate begins. This prevents dominant voices from shaping the group's direction too early. After a presentation or proposal, a round of first reactions lets people articulate their thoughts independently rather than reacting to whoever speaks first. During conflict or tension, rounds can be healing. They slow down the conversation, guarantee equal airtime, and create fairness, which helps people listen again. At the end of meetings, closing with a round, "What are you taking away?" helps consolidate clarity, alignment, and closure. You can also use rounds for group reflection after learning events or projects. Each person shares one insight or realization, and the process itself reinforces mutual respect. When used regularly, rounds turn fairness and attention into daily habits of culture. The impact of rounds reaches far beyond the format itself. The first effect is equal participation. Everyone contributes regardless of role or personality. Hierarchy softens, and quieter thinkers are heard alongside confident ones. The second is deeper listening. Because people know they'll get their turn, they no longer compete for airtime. They can relax and listen. The group's overall intelligence rises. Third, rounds build psychological safety. The structure is predictable. Everyone knows when and how they'll be heard. This predictability reduces anxiety and helps people bring more of their real thinking into the room. You'll also see better decision-making. Ideas are fully explored before conclusions are drawn. The group no longer mistakes speed for quality. The rhythm of conversation improves too. Instead of crosstalk and competition, you get calm, ordered energy. And finally, with regular use, rounds help create a culture of respect. They teach people over time that fairness and curiosity are the default mode of collaboration. Rounds aren't just a process for meetings, they're a practice for building trust, maturity, and shared intelligence. Well, that brings us to the end of this section. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you on the next one.